welcome to another cube. Um, Not actually an exciting pack. I think Garruk is the better card here, and for some reason it's always the bottom right of that I tend to look at. The reason why I think Garruk is the better card is because first, it's a good card. It's 4 mana for 3/3 creature, or mana acceleration, which is just good in general. But it's also the only green card in the pack, so people to my left won't be inclined to go green unless they opened like something really sick in green, which is unlikely. Like, green doesn't have that many power cards that people would first pick over a bunch of other cards. Thunderblast is the only red card, but I mean, I don't like mono red, and I don't think Thunderblast is better than Garruk Wildspeaker. Out of this pack, I might want Legend Sanctuary, Grasslands, or Fate's Feathers, and so on. Doesn't really matter what I get here, but I think Garruk is my first pick. We don't actually get past much here. We can go red by taking the Thundermaw Hellkite here and go red-green, semi-aggressive mid-range, which is a possibility. We can go blue, but I think blue's obviously overdrafted. There's also Explore, but I'm not a big fan of that. Now blue also has Kiora for the green, while red has Domri and what was the other card again for 4? Green, red. I played with it the last cube. God damn it! You can't find it. There's also Una's Prowler, and usually in black-green you can go some kind of Reanimator, but is Una's Prowler really that good, and Thundermaw Hellcat Knight? I think Thundermaw is a stronger card, and we'll pick it up here and see what comes. There's Vines of Azutun, not a lot of green actually. There's also Urabrask and Zealous Conscripts. Zealous Conscripts is good if I go aggro. The same with Brimstone Volley. Like, maybe one of these two will wheel, and if it doesn't, I still have a Zealous Conscript. Is it good enough though? Is Urabrask better? Depends on how aggro I can go. Yeah, let's go with the Conscripts. Here we have a bunch of crap again. I think Rancor has to be the pick. It's a really good aggro card. Again, it cuts green from my left, and we get a Polychronus. Nice. Definitely a really strong card. Wouldn't mind seeing the Hero of Oxytridge, maybe the Brothmade Dragon. Obviously, one of these two. I can't play this, but I think Polychronus is a 5/5 for 4 with great ability. Has to be the pick here. Definitely want some early game cards, like some mana acceleration cards, Birch Paradise, then equipment, and so on and so on. But we're just gonna go, or try to go, green-red mid-rangey. I mean, we're just 5 picks in, so you never know, much can happen here. And we get a Dummy Rad passed. Yeah, there's also Flametongue Cavu, but I don't think I can pass this one up in this deck. Flametongue Cavu, obviously a really good card, but this is just a really sick Planeswalker. In the kind of deck I'm trying to draft. Like, it's removal, it's card advantage against control, and the ulti, of course, always wins the game. But control has issues dealing with it, just because it draws you extra creatures, and minusing it is just good against aggro because, well, I think my deck should be good against aggro. I have a red as removal, and then normally big bad green creatures, so yeah. Not sure what to do with the Garruk. Obviously gonna play it, like, but do I still want to go bigger creatures? I don't think so. There's a Tarmogoyf. It's obviously not that great in cube, but still think it's good enough. It's a 2-drop that keeps on growing. I'm surprised actually that Werebear isn't in the format. Like, Werebear was the card that was played in green decks, mainly Threshold, before Tarmogoyf was printed. And when Tarmogoyf was printed, obviously Werebear was removed, but Werebear was just a good card. Early game it accelerated you, and late game it was a 4/4 for 2. Like, Threshold was fine then. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Tarmogoyf got printed, everyone obviously, although it took them a while, realized that it is a really sick card. There's Mold Shambler and Histrodon. Historon is slow. Like, I think it's a bit too slow actually. I think I like Molchamber more. I know it's not the nottest card, but I mean it is some kind of removal that I can have in my sideboard for anything basically, because it can also destroy planeswalkers. It's not a bad card. This is a pretty bad deck. Thunderblast did wheel, and it was the only red card in the deck, which is surprising. So no one is red, and I'm not getting any red cards, or the red player does not like the Thunderblast, but then I have no clue what he would pick over that. Well, he could be red-blue and picked up Ponder or Preordain or something. And being red-blue because of the Resurrect that came later on. That actually came earlier. He can't know picking blue and then knowing that the Resurrect is gonna come. So that's not a possibility. Doesn't matter. Thunderblast is fine. And I will play it, I guess. It is pretty decent with with Domri. You kill something, it comes back instantly anyway. Here, Rune Blaster, not a fan of. Just gonna pick up the Naturalize for the sideboard. We have Vines of Westwood versus Barbarian Ring. I think I want the Vines actually. Giving a creature Shroud or Hexproof even is good, and then having a pump spell is actually really good as well. Ash Zealot is fine. I think it's in Haster. The second ability obviously doesn't do much often, but the fact that it's a 2/2 Haster is good enough. So there's Smash to Smithereens and Bloodmage Dragon. What are the odds that I'm gonna splash this? Pretty low. So let's pick up a Hate. Fire Spouter is a nice card. Teen Street Hooligan is definitely a really good card for me to have here. Like, I'll main deck that one for sure. It is in my color, so I don't need to splash for it. It can destroy artifacts, and it's just a 2/1. A 2/1 obviously isn't a nuts, but hey, it's a decent creature. The problem is that you have to destroy an artifact, so... Wow, this is actually a really bad pack for me. You have Marauders, but I'm not a fan of that. You have Rampant Growth, which I guess is fine. But I even think also Deep Shadow is a better pick here. Maybe Chord of Calling to get some of these. Yeah, maybe Chord of Calling is even better. Probably better. But all the rest is just terrible for me. Maloko is really good against me. That's about it. Yeah, okay. There's a Jade, there's a Mark Mutiny, there's a Firestorm. Again, nothing for me in this pack. Except Witness and Magus, but I guess Witness with Court still has value. I want a Skull Clamp, I want to open a Skull Clamp. That's usually really good in this kind of decks, because you have a hard time gaining card advantage. Still need some early creatures like Rancor. Sure, it's gonna do stuff, but not enough. Like, I'm too mid-rangey now. I need some mana acceleration, some good creatures, because else I'm just gonna lose late game against some really powerful spells. It's not gonna end well. What do I wanna open? Yeah, still can't. Oh yeah, Xenagos, is that the name? The planeswalker that I was mentioning, the one that creates 2/2 Satyr tokens. That's the one that I wanted to name. Wormcoil Engine in this kind of deck, you know, it is Wormcoil Engine. It's a really good card. Like, I'm not gonna let that go here. The card is just that good. It's a 6/6 that does lifelink, and even if you kill it, it still creates 2 tokens. You could add a Stone Power or Genesis. Stone Power probably better than Genesis for me. I'm not that huge of a fan of Genesis because it's often too slow. And Wormcoil is just better. Survival of the Fittest would be a fine card, although I have no special interactions with it yet. But I mean, I can get some utility bucks like Zealous, Wormcoil, Hellkite. We get a Lavamancer. Do like Senses Divining Top, but I have no removal yet, and Lavamancer is just a nice one. It often dies early on, but Arbor Elf, because it's acceleration versus Cackler. Nah, Arbor Elf has to be it. Like I was saying that I wanted more early game, then if I get it I wouldn't pick it up. Seems odd. There's Curd Ape and Troll Aesthetic. Like Troll Aesthetic seems a bit stronger. Curd Ape is good though. But it might wheel. Well, we also got to wheel the Thunderblast, yeah. I think Curd Ape should wheel. Unless someone jumps into it. I hope Curd Ape wheels. The green seems to be open, and the opening pack didn't have much else there. Museum Mortars is a really great removal card, and late game is a really great blowout, so I think I have to pick that one. It's just a good card, like 2 mana deal 4 kills almost any creature early game, and then late game it's still a really good card thanks to the overload, so yeah. This card in limited was so sick. And just draft opening Museum Mortars usually. It was Museum Mortars, red packs. I remember a game like the last round I had a banned color deck. What's this one? That's a bad one, right? Double strike, trample. Not a fan of that. I think Mountain Valley is better. Maybe Primal Command, but nah, I like Mountain Valley better. I'm not a fan of Primal Command. I know it's a decent card, but I just don't think it's good enough. But I mentioned a banned deck that I played in. This was a terrible pack for me. I'm gonna pick up the Rampant Growth, and I think it's better than a Regrowth here. And the guy just went on the play, turn 2 red packs, wins the game. I win the second game, and I almost won that one, by the way. I win the second game. Guy goes a third game, turn 2 red packs, almost win that game. But you know, red pack was pack rats is just broken. I mean, the card is sick. It's ridiculous how good that card is. I think Boon Satyr over Genesis. Flash combat trick is always good to have. Genju is a nice card, especially in a kind of deck like this, even with Magus. But a 6/1 every possibility. So Cadam Raiders, was this the one with the Curd Ape? Like Curd Ape didn't wheel, really? No, Curd Ape didn't wheel. Interesting. So I picked Troll Stick over Curd Ape, and I'm not sure about that then. Yeah, I find it surprising that didn't wheel. Like, these are already 23 cards, by the way. We have too many. Probably not the Ash Zealot. Man, my packs are terrible. I think it has to be Avalanche Riders. Blistering Fire gets meh. Evanescence Pilgrim might wheel, probably won't. But Avalanche Riders is just a nice card. Might not play the Thunderblast. Wow, we get a Jit. I know there's a Blood Parade, which I want, but I can't pass up a powerful equipment. The equipment of sickness. If you go creature based, you want the Jit anyway, so yeah. You want any kind of equipment, and Jit is so good. It wins any creature matchup. As soon as you have Jit, it wins any creature matchup. Even for control decks, it's a hard card to deal with, because every single creature you have becomes a huge threat. So at this point I probably won't play Thunderblast, and probably not the Ash Zealots, or maybe not the Rampant Growth. Like, play the Ash Zealot, not the Rampant Growth. Birthing Pot. Birthing Pot is fine. We have plenty of abilities. Like, I do like Chain Lightning. I think Birthing Pot is better. Yeah, okay. Let's see how that works out. Katinti definitely is a good card here to have. Still want another 2-drop then. Oran Viper, really? That's my pick. Yeah, either a guy to my right is cutting everything from me, or I'm just getting really unlucky with these packs. Probably will play Oran Viper over Magus of the Moon. So there should be an Oran Viper here. To the nail, like that card isn't even good for me. So I'll pick up the Burst Lightning. Might not play the Genju now. Although there's Vengevine. Yeah, slamming that one I guess. I mean Stormcrown Noble is fine, but Vengevine with Birthing Pot and so on is just a good card. It's good by going aggressive as well. The sad thing about Birthing Pot is that I cannot Mold Chambler with Kicker, so even Quarter Calling won't be good. Maybe I'm not gonna play the Mold Chambler. 6 here, like the Vines. Maybe I don't want to play Vines. And Deconstruction is gonna be hard again. James Hardigan. He's a poker commentator, by the way, for Poker Stars. When there's an EPT, European Poker Tour, he usually with James Hardigan and Joe Stapleton are the 2 casters. So this is a really good pack for me. Like I want this, and this, and probably this. And I'm probably gonna get last pick this and this or something. 3 Speaker versus Findhorn. 3 Speaker accelerates way faster, but I think Findhorn is a bit better. Because it allows turn 2 Birthing Pot. And here we have a Wall of Blossoms or a Hellrider. I think the way my deck is gonna play out and Hellrider is better. So I'll pick that one up. And then this is our opening pack, which was terrible for me. Let's pick up the Firecat but not play it. And we wheel a Bloodbraid Elf. We do not wheel... we didn't wheel Kurde, but we wheel a Bloodbraid Elf. That makes total sense. The card is so good. Like, the only card I don't wanna cascade into is Court Calling. I think Wall of Reverence is annoying against me, so let's hate that. Pick up Woodland Cemetery, you never know. And this is the pack where I had plenty of options. Maybe I still have something good here. Like I picked the Findhorn Elves there, but there was another other good cards for me in there. And it's a Stormcrown Noble that gets there. Oh no, that was the pack. Thunderscape Battle Mage. Yeah, okay. You can't obviously kick it, but... So... This is an interesting deck. I think it's a really aggressive deck. And I want to play it out like that. So the 3 cards that I'm gonna cut are a bit of the later game. Maybe Troll Aesthetic because it's slow. And Eternal Witness because it's slow. Then Tin Street to the side, something like that. Or maybe Genju. Yeah, we'll see during deconstruction. I mean, we don't want to cut too much of this because then our Birthing Pot becomes weak. Especially the same here. So maybe we want Ash Zealot just because it has haste. We'll see. So this, and these, and these. So those are 3 cards I drafted that I cannot play, or might not play. Okay, so probably not the Vines. Might not play the Genju. Probably not, yeah, these won't be main deck. Let's put non-creatures at the bottom. Probably not Magus. Definitely not that one. Probably not. No Garrick and Berting Pot. No. So these are still 3 cards. We have 2 here now. Is Ash Zealot better than Teen Street Hooligan? I think it is, although I'm not gonna play a lot of red cards. Like heavy red cards. So maybe Teen Street Hooligan is better than Ash Zealot, although Ash Zealot I can Berting Pot into. I think I want to keep these 3 for sure, just because I can Berting Pot in, and then these are just good enough. And then Aurum Viper is probably not good enough compared to these. Like Troll Static with Digit is really good. It might be better than Witness. I'm not sure about that. Then maybe the Noble is gone, but I don't think I want to cut any of the bottom row. Like Rancor is a really good card, creature based. Umizavijit, Berting Pot, Demurad, Karak, and Burst Lightning. Like how the hell can I ever cut those? It has to be from the 4-drop slot. Maybe Quarter Calling has to go for now. Because I'm not gonna keep mana open often. And Berting Pot has already the advantage of tutoring. And then we have 1 card too many here. Maybe the Riders. Just a 2/2 that's gonna Echo says when it comes into play, right? If this came under your controls in the beginning of your last upkeep, yeah. So if I Berting Pot it into play, I still have to pay the Echo. And we'll just bring it in against really greedy decks. Then Cord is out, so Bloodbraid can cascade into anything it wants. I probably don't even want to play a Mountain Valley, just because it slows me down. Nah, I still want to play it. 4 1-drops, which I think I want to play. Like Arbor Elf and Finethorn are fine to get into these. But then Aurum Viper is pretty good as well. So many options. Look at it, these are all options. But I think I want to go the aggressive route and play it like this. Like you have Thunderblast, sure, but I think Thundermaw Hawkeye and Zealous Conscripts are better. Especially if you just want to close out the game, but how good is Witness then? If you just want to close out games, Witness obviously isn't the one. Then Avalanche Riders is probably better. But Witness is good for the JIT. Well, I can bring it in if they bring in artifact removal. Can also bring in Viper over Avalanche Riders. It's a 1/3 that toucher. If I can Rancor it, it's a really good card. Just a really good card in general. Like turn to Aurum Viper seems fine. Yeah. Let's see what it suggests. Pass back color. Don't think that's needed. Let's just go 8/8, and I'll see you guys for round 1.